I recently purchased one of these ROCK64 little network monitors. They were going really cheap on Amazon. It's a little, $20 board that has gigabit Ethernet, USB ports, and it even comes with this little case, probably from a failed network security company. And it has this cool little display. And as you can see, I currently have it functional. While it is running a version of NEMS, and you can see here's my local setup of it. And if you don't know what NEMS is, it's basically a whole network monitoring tool. I wanted this to just be able to monitor all of my systems at the house, monitor my Christmas lights that I have smart controllers on, monitor my servers, DNS, routers, all those sorts of things. So I added all of those in NEMS. You can watch some other videos on how to configure this for your network. It does have a really cool little dashboard that you can use to display your overview of your network. However, you're not going to leave this running all the time. I was thinking how nice it would be to be able to monitor one of those hosts using this little display. So turns out that accessing the I2C display is not overly difficult. First, I came across this Circuit Basics website. He actually provides the code for how to access the I2C library, how to actually access the display. This was the first part of the magic, and I was finally able to follow these instructions in order to actually output a hello world, which was a big success. Turned out that you did have to install some additional libraries. So some of the commands that he specified here I didn't know about. Had to go discover what to do and install some of the libraries because these commands don't exactly work the same. So first of all I had to install the I2C detect or the I2C tools. That took a minute. I'll put those commands in the descriptions. And then once I had those installed, I did have to install the smbus, and it was a little more complicated than just this because it didn't seem that not all the Python libraries were here. So I found this other one that said to install all of these commands. Once I did this, I had the full Python 3 set with the smbus commands, and then I was able to successfully start to really get some good results. The magic was finding this post on Stack Overflow that actually described how to ping a host. Once I had the command for how to ping a host, I was able to put all of that into a little command that I'm now calling. There's the I2C detect command, and that told me that my address was 3F. And then in the libraries, you do have to specify that address, and right there it's 0 by 3F in my case. And then in this little inetstatus Python script, I utilize his driver. I importing the socket commands, the function controls, and the structure. I probably don't need all of these. This was kind of a combination of things, but this importing this OS one was very important. There's pulling in his function from the libraries, and then I perform a ping. I'm pinging Google. I'm just using the C command because it's a Linux host. And then I'm getting a response back and storing that response of either Interwebs Active or google.com failure, just to be kind of cute. Then I run that function, and I'm outputting that status on line 1. It says network status, and on line 2 it says Interwebs Active. So now if I run this command, you can see that it was one successfully transmitted and it was received, and I'm outputting Interwebs Active on the display. But if I edit this and add something like a 2 to the end of it and then save that, now when it runs that command, it fails. So as soon as I were to unplug that network command, and if I were able to still have access to it through Python, I could fix that. However, the real magic is the cron tab. So scroll all the way to the bottom, and I added this line to monitor the internet access and output that to an I2C screen. So what this is saying is that once a minute, every minute, run that Python script for the inet status and then update the display. So once a minute, I'm going to get that display to automatically update. So if I edit this again and I remove that, in 1 minute, it will automatically update the display without doing anything. It's a great way to just monitor a single command using one of these little displays. If you want to monitor your web server, you could do that. I just want to be able to know the moment the internet goes down, even if I'm not paying attention, I can have a display on the screen. I can also install these at client sites, and oftentimes they don't know why something's not working. Oh, there it goes. The cron job ran and automatically updated it. You can set that to run more often or less often if you'd like, but I thought that this was a very good tool and hopefully someone else can benefit from this.